Hello, Gaston County Schools. I'm Steve Laws, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to a brand new school year. When people mention that it is back to school time, I am reminded of August 1981, when I walked down the hall behind me to start my very first day of teaching. I began my teaching career right here in this classroom at Bessemer City High School, a place where I would start my fulfilling career in public education that gave me the opportunity to serve not only as a teacher, but as an assistant principal, central office administrator, and eventually superintendent. I'm homegrown in Gaston County Schools. I attended Greer School for 9 years, as it was a 9-year school back in the day. Following Greer, I attended and graduated from Ashbrook High School. After college, I worked here for 17 years before becoming superintendent for Elkin City Schools and later Wilkes County Schools. And now to be back in Gaston County as your interim superintendent, well, I guess I can say this opportunity really has brought my career full circle. I'll be back later in our Convocation program to share more with you, but right now I would like to introduce the chairman of the Gaston County Board of Education, Mr. Jeff Ramsey.
Well, hello, Gaston County Schools. The new school year is here, and I know that you are ready to welcome our students back to class. This year, the start of school is a time of transition for us, and we are very fortunate to have Dr. Steve Laws serving as our interim superintendent. He is a Gaston County native and began his career right here in Gaston County Schools. He knows our community, and he is the ideal person to provide leadership for us until a permanent superintendent is hired. Currently, the Board of Education is conducting a nationwide search to find our next superintendent. I would like to thank everyone who completed our superintendent search survey. We had more than 3,400 responses, and this was an overwhelming total, far more than what we expected. This goes to show the interest that you and our community have in the superintendent search process. We know how important it is to find a highly qualified candidate to serve as our superintendent. We need someone who can build on our progress, focus on areas that need attention, and take us in a new direction so our students and everyone associated with our schools can thrive. At some point during this school year, we will have a new superintendent, and I know that you will welcome that person with open arms. Again, the Board of Education is committed to finding the right person for this job because we know how important the superintendent is to ensuring our success in 2024 and beyond. We know that change is hard, and we know that people become anxious when faced with uncertainty. However, there are several things that we know for certain. Our students are going to arrive in our classrooms, and you are going to greet them with a smile, kind words, and reassurance that this is going to be a fantastic school year. You're going to give your very best effort to teach our students, help them explore and discover, and build their confidence in learning. And we know that you are going to have success this year because of your hard work and commitment. Please know how much the Board of Education appreciates what you do. We realize that school cannot happen without you. You are the heart and the soul of Gaston County Schools. To each of you, we wish you a wonderful school year that is bright, enjoyable, and full of great moments.
Looking forward to meeting all of my students, the different personalities, and learning different things about them in ways that I can help them excel in their learning.
It's just the energy that you feel when the students are coming in the hallway. They are all excited, a little nervous, but excited. They're not feeling anything different than what we as teachers are feeling.
I love seeing those ninth graders that are like scared little puppies, and just being able to, say, hey, I'm Mr. Ram. I'm going to be your teacher for the next 4 years, and I look forward to building a relationship with you and just kind of getting them to break out of their shell.
First thing I'm working on is making sure that I have an engaging classroom, place that my kids want to come every single day, they want to be part of, and just planning a bunch of community building activities to make everybody feel welcome within my classroom.
I'm looking right now at just the new unit plans for the year, but I'm also looking and seeing what new things I can do and what I can incorporate within my classroom this school year.
To stay positive and to stay on the positive notes even when there might not be such a great day. I'm going to go into the next day thinking, well, the next day can be a better day.
Also, again, make some time for yourself. Just take it one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with, oh, I have to do this, and this, and try to cram it all in one afternoon or one night.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's all a learning process, and depend on your teammates. Reach out to your administration, anyone that you can, to get some extra support with. Just don't stress or overwhelm yourself.
My goal is just for my students to enjoy the year, getting to know the other teachers, getting to know the other students within the building, and just have fun and not be so stressed about testing or any of that. Just have fun and learn.
A goal for my students in the new school year is to love learning, to love coming to school, to love exploring, growing, and just being self-motivated learners.
Obviously, hope to have a positive influence. A positive influence for me is not always going to look like they love me every single day. I want them to like me, I want them to love me, but there are going to be days where I might not be their favorite person, but that is with the understanding that I'm challenging them to reach that goal that I've set for them, that hopefully they have set for themselves.
And I want to see my students not only succeed academically, but in life as well. I want to be able to them to say, hey, Mr. Ram just didn't pile a bunch of work on me and not care about anything. I want them to say, Mr. Ram really loves me as a kid.
I wish to have an influence on my students that when they come into the classroom, that they feel a safe place, that they feel a warm, comfortable environment that they can be a part of, and a community that they can add to.
I want them to think in the back of their minds that, hey, I really enjoyed my experience in 5th grade. Not only did she teach me, she gave me some tough love, but I know that it is someone that truly cared about me.
Hello, I'm Melissa Clements, and it is such an honor to represent my fellow educators as the Gaston County Teacher of the Year. My classroom here at Belmont Middle School is my home away from home. It is where I want and need to be, and I would not trade it for anything. Away from the classroom, you will find me enjoying the great outdoors. Traveling, hiking, biking, gardening, camping, you name it. I have often said that when I retire from the teaching profession, I will likely become a park ranger or a tour guide. That's because I love adventure, and I love connecting my outdoor experiences with what takes place inside my classroom. I know it sounds cliche, but I love to learn. After all, we are teachers, and learning is what we are all about. I try to make my nerdiness contagious, and when students see my energy for learning, for whatever reason, it builds their confidence, and they jump right into the school experience. While they would never admit it, I can tell that my students really enjoy coming to class. They look forward to engaging with their peers, and they have a curiosity for knowledge that would make every teacher proud. Growing up, I attended Rankin Elementary, Mount Holly Junior High, and I graduated from East Gaston. Our public schools are the heart of my community, and Gaston County Schools is responsible for creating homegrown families just like mine. My daughter is a Gaston County Schools graduate, and my son will be crossing the graduation stage soon. As a teacher and a parent, I am confident that our schools and our teachers are the best. I just can't imagine why anyone would want to be somewhere else. Gaston County is a wonderful place to live, work, and go to school. And we have a strong sense of community here due in part to having excellent public schools. I start each school year by getting to know as much as I can about my students. I want to know everything, their likes and dislikes, their hobbies, what interests them, and what gets their attention. I take all of this information in so I can create a positive back-to-school note for each student. And as their language arts teacher, knowing this information, I can better support my students as writers and readers, especially when it comes to offering a personalized book recommendation. To our first-year teachers, I want to welcome you to Gaston County Schools and say to you, it's showtime. This is what you've been waiting for, your big moment to light up the classroom, and I know you will. My advice to you is to connect with the teachers and staff around you. They are valuable. They will help you learn your school, they will help you conquer the curriculum, and they will help you establish and grow a sense of community. And perhaps most important, they know which copy machine is the friendliest. As you work this year with your students, it is so important for all of us to make sure our parents know their child's academic growth is our top priority. We want our students to be successful. We want them to develop and excel as learners. Make sure your parents understand that. Let them know that growing their child is about working together and that you are ready to give 100%. So, the new school year is here. Above all else, make it your personal mission to show your students how fun and rewarding learning can be. Life, circumstances, and the forces beyond our control can be grueling, distracting, and exhausting, but never lose sight of what you are called to do. As teachers, our focus is on children. When that school bell rings and you step to the front of your classroom on the first day, take a deep breath, smile, and let your positive energy flow. Be a constant bright light for your students, and they are sure to shine all school year long.
As a thank you to my teachers throughout my grade school, junior high school, and high school experience, I would like to say that all things are possible. You gave me that belief that all things were possible. You provided that hope in me. You never discouraged me. You always encouraged me. And because of that, I was able to believe and achieve. And it's all because of you.
I would like to say to all my teachers how much I appreciate the tough love you gave me, because I was a talker. I wasn't always the best kid, and you never gave up on me. You gave me the poke when I needed it. You gave me the pat on the back when I needed it. And I'm getting a little emotional because I can't tell you how much it means to me that you took time for me and so many of my friends to show us love and show us what life was going to be like and do your very best for us.
I would like to thank Gaston County Schools for believing in me, for investing in me, and setting me off on a path that I didn't know that I was capable of traveling, but those teachers did. They knew, and they said keep going, and so I'll be forever grateful for that.
I don't think I would have been able to go to college and study theater and be able to pursue this dream if I hadn't had this sort of invisible support system behind me.
What you do every day makes a massive impact on the future of every kid and every family that you come in contact with. It may not show up for years later, and they may be kicking and screaming and fighting you half the time, like I did often. But as these kids get a little bit older, the work that you do today, the efforts you put forward, make a massive difference in their lives and the lives of the citizens of Gaston County and the state of North Carolina and our country. So thank you.
For the faculty and staff at Gaston County Schools, just thank you for what you do. The impact is immeasurable, And there's things that stay with folks forever. And those lessons that they learn from individuals within the school district it's just such an influence, because not everybody has it at home. And a lot of what they get at school makes a difference in how they are as individuals in society.
There have been times where I didn't even see it in myself. I didn't see my potential. And they've reminded me every step of the way, hey, you are able to do this. You can do this and this and that. You can go on to do great things. And even times when I didn't believe in myself, they believed in me. And I would like to just say thank you to all the teachers from Gaston County.
Thank you so much, Gaston County Schools, for shaping me into the person I am today. I would not be the confident woman and the dream go-getter that I am without the incredible support of the community, the teachers, and for them always believing in me.
Thank you. Thank you. In everything you do for us, it truly matters. You may think solely because they're acting up today or they're not listening right now that they don't care, that what you're saying to them isn't sticking, but it sticks. Everything you say and do, it sticks with us. We think about it years later, and those good memories that we build with you, they never go away.
I wish I could just write a letter to everybody who's played just such a pivotal role in my life, from middle school to high school. But I think that Gaston County Schools is one of the best school systems that a person can go to, and is somewhere I will always consider and call home.
Gaston County Schools, thank you so much for all that you do, for believing in a little kid like me through those years and believing in others today. We appreciate you so much.
Hello, I am Justin Beam, and it is a privilege to serve as the principal here at North Belmont Elementary School. I am so proud of what the Screaming Eagles have accomplished, and it is thrilling to see how we are soaring to new heights every year. As the Gaston County Principal of the Year, I am honored to be part of this year's convocation and grateful for the opportunity to share a few words with you. But before I do, I want to say how nice it is to see some of our outstanding alumni featured in this program. I too am a product of Gaston County Schools, a proud graduate of Cherville High School. I come from a family of educators, and I always knew that I would work in a school. I recall, as a kindergartner, getting off the bus on the first day of school and telling my mom, well, that was fun, and I've been having fun ever since. School is in my blood. I love my job. I love my school, and I love the students, teachers, parents, and everyone here at North Belmont. All of us work together to support each other, motivate each other, and treat each other like a big family. I am grateful for the people that I work with. They make my job more enjoyable than I could have ever imagined. When I began my journey in this profession, I recall being told, although education isn't easy, it's worth it. As you well know, teaching is a calling. As educators, we are charged with giving children the necessary tools, resources, and opportunities to experience not only academic achievement, but social, behavioral, and extracurricular success as well. Every one of us realizes that the future of our community lies within the walls of a school. That's why our work is so incredibly important. Thank you for what you will do this school year inside your classroom to challenge, to help, and to inspire our students. I also want to say thank you to our parents for entrusting their children to Gaston County Schools. Parents are the key to our success, and we want our parents to help us instill the value of an education in their children. Parents, if you have young children, my one piece of advice is to make sure you are reading with them for 30 minutes each night. And if your children are older, be the person who encourages and motivates them to focus on the what and why they are learning. We teach a lot of lessons, and all of them are important. For me, there is one that I strive to instill in my students, and every day I tell them this. Kindness doesn't cost a thing. It's the small things you do each and every day that make a big difference in the lives of someone else. Thank you for being kind to our students. Thank you for helping them and showing them why school is so wonderful. Some of my fondest memories are events and activities that took place in Gaston County Schools. I am forever grateful to the teachers who loved me, guided me, and cared about my academic welfare. So the new school year is here, and it will be what we make of it. I am looking forward to it, and I know you are too. With all of us coming together as the Gaston County Schools family that I have known and loved for years, I know that we will achieve our common goal of giving our students what they need to experience a school year that is full of promise, inspiration, and of success.
Since being named Interim Superintendent, I've had several weeks to learn more about Gaston County Schools. So let's talk. I want to begin my comments with Oracle, our payroll system. The implementation of the payroll system has been less than optimal, and the resulting narrative delivered through news and social media has certainly had an adverse effect on our schools and on our community. In my experience, apologies carry little meaning if not accompanied by changes. I understand that we are in a much better place with the Oracle system, and we have experienced fewer and fewer issues with each payroll run. I believe the system is now stable, and we have people in place who are far more comfortable with administering the system. Payroll is being processed, people are getting paid, and while we expect very few concerns, we have protocols in place to address any that may occur with the first and any subsequent payroll runs this school year. Our finance department is now fully staffed, continues to address issues on an individual basis, and is ready to meet the needs of our nearly 4,000 employees. So it is my hope and expectation that we begin putting the payroll talk behind us. Let me transition to other areas, as I've also learned that we have so much to celebrate in academics, athletics, the fine arts, career and technical education, and so much more. And I realize there are areas that need our attention. First and foremost, we need students coming to school every day, and we need parents realizing that their children have to be in school in order to learn and grow. We also need our employees to be committed to good attendance, because having the teachers, staff members, and administrators in our schools with the students every day is a key component that factors into our level of success. Like other schools and school districts coming out of the pandemic, it will take time to overcome learning loss and make significant strides in academic growth and student achievement. We have made some gains, but frankly still have work to do. Our school and district leaders are totally committed to establishing a safe and positive culture for teaching and learning. It has been fun for me to have conversations with many of them. I am excited for what you and our students are about to experience. In the back of my mind, what I'm about to say is something that I already knew. I didn't have to learn it, but interactions from the past several weeks did confirm it. Our people working in Gaston County Schools are committed to providing a great learning experience for our students. When I was here back in the 80s and 90s, Gaston County Schools was a family, and it still is. That is what makes me so thrilled to be your superintendent for now. I'd like to share a story with you. There was a husband and wife riding in a small town parade, and the husband happened to be the mayor. As they drove down the parade route, they saw so many familiar faces, and when they passed the gas station, there was the owner, who happened to be the wife's high school boyfriend. The husband said to the wife, "Look there, if you'd married him, you would have been working at the gas station." And the wife quickly responded, "No, if I'd have married him, he would be the mayor." Obviously, this is a story about influence, how one person can have an influence on another. This is what educators do every day. Early in my career as a teacher, my principal, Bob Hager, came to me about becoming the assistant principal. Now, what I really wanted to do was coach basketball, but Bob Hager saw something in me, something I probably didn't realize at the time. Without a doubt, it was Bob Hager's influence that put me on the path that led me all the way to the superintendent's office, and I am forever grateful for his influence. He certainly made a difference in my life, and there were so many others along the way. Jackie Rudisill, Jan Higbee, Doris Young, Hazel McQuitter. They mothered me in my first principalship at the old Cramerton Junior High School. Dr. Sadler and Mr. McGlowan, who provided experiences that enabled me to be ready for the superintendency. I better stop there, for there are so many others that impacted my life. The point is this: you have the same opportunity to influence not only students in your schools and classes, but also adults with whom you work. I believe positively impacting the lives of others is why we are on this earth. Indeed, it is our greatest calling. And what a joy it is when we see the fruits of our labor. Thank you for allowing me to be with you these next few months. I look forward to being the bridge from Dr. Booker to our new superintendent. Most of all, I look forward to seeing not only what we can be, but what I know we will be this school year. Blessings to you all.